before I get too crazy. While I wait for that, I'm gonna give that some time to dry. While I wait for that, I'm gonna make up the little double stick tape need for the cover. Where's the cover hiding? Alright, sorry, that was weird, but I did manage to get the piece cut. And I'm just going to stick with the bottom because it's got a little bit of a bend in it. It's kind of annoying, but this should stick quite well. But I'm going to hold off because I've still got pretty wet shellac, and I'm not done putting coats on it, and I want to try to buff it too. So. Yeah, just let it do its thing. I'm just going to keep applying coats here as it continues to dry. I think I'm going to be fine with that. That might actually be the last one. We'll see. So I'll bring you back when... Oh, you know what we're going to do now? We're going to finish the nut. We're going to polish some nut time. Okay. I'll bring you to another spot on the bench. Okay. Starting with, it's way taller than I need it, so I'm just going to by hand very gently cut it down a little bit, sand it down a little bit. I'm going to drop the table a bit for a nice little bevel. Let's see if that's the right bevel. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that looks good. So I'm just going to do it by hand, very gradually. The idea is I'm just taking enough to lower the outer edge. Yeah, that looks alright. I want to leave enough so the strings will not bounce out of it. My sander keeps moving away from me here. And I'm doing this powered off on purpose because I don't want it to go so fast that I can't control it. I'm just gonna really quickly get a sense of that. I'm gonna just barely ease over those corners. Okay, so now all I've really done is pull off just a tiny little bit. There's most of the slot is still there. So that should get me closer. Now we're going to turn around and go polishing. Okay, so we're going to start with some 220. My bench is flat enough for this operation, I think. So, okay, let's do the front of the paper. Ha! Just cleaning up that belt sanded edge. And start with some cleaner stuff here. I got ebony. And which way does it tilt? Tilts out, okay. Try to maintain that tilt, but I'm also working on smoothing those corners too, so they're not so, like, trying to get all these little edges rounded so that they're comfortable to play. Better now than later when it comes time to like really be polishing. Okay. Switch it up to 400 grit now. Do exactly the same thing. Just a little bit on the backs and the fronts because I don't want it any thinner. And then we'll just keep on hitting it with this. And then do a little bit of corner cleanup, and then these ends. I don't know if you can see very well what I'm doing here because I'm being a lefty. Hold on. So I'm just taking the sandpaper. Oh, you come over here. Just taking the sandpaper and I'm starting with it sort of on this very tip and just getting it a rounding, and then I'm rounding all this back side. This is all on the headstock side, not the fret side. It's tipped that way some. And then you can do the same. You come around this way and you come back up nice. I'm trying to get this edge back a bit. I'm going to do the same just a little bit on the leading, just on the corner here. And then I'll do this corner here. And do the same on the other end. And that will get us very nicely shapen. And then we switch up to, what do I have next? I don't know if I have any 1,000. Let's see, that's 2, that's 15. Should have organized this, Beamer. Should have organized this. Okay, I got a little bit of 1200. We'll do that then. We'll go to that next. Just do the same. Make sure we do it on the trailing edge. Make sure we're leaning the right way here. And just give it a nice little polish. That's all we're doing. Then we'll flip it to 15. Let's see if I've got one I've been using already. That one will do. Just getting it nice and crispy. All the crisp edges are taken off, and then really giving it a good smoothing. Making it feel nicer to play. Is what the main thing here is. 2000 next. We'll go to one that I've already used. Yeah, this one's good. And this is where the majority of the polishing can happen. It's just a little bit of finessing and making sure it's nice and clear and smooth and feels soft and gentle on your fingers when you get to the nut side of things. I'll do a little bit on this end and a little on this end. There we go. Nut shaped. Goes this way. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do just fine, I think. Cool. Okay, this has had enough time, and I've just got these little micro mesh pads I'm going to use to rub off the surface here and just get it clean, preferably not through it. That was 15, this is 18. Should be able to do this without burning through it. I'm not sure this is going to work, but and 6,000. Yeah, this isn't working right. Probably not. Yeah, this is messing up something here. No, it's smudging. It's smudging. That's what it's doing. Yeah, we're not liking that. Okay, going back to the drawing board on that one. I'll just apply some more shellac then. That's the best part about shellac, is you can just keep adding. I'm going to throw the rest into no, it's fine. We'll just leave that and let that dry. Apologize, forgot to hit record. The shellac dried. It was kind of messy, so I went back with some wet sanding. And now, it's a little dull right now because there's a pile of wax on it. I'm letting the wax chooch a bit, because that's pretty much what I'm going to call done there. Then I'll buff the wax off. We'll stick the headstock, or the truss rod cover on top of that, and then we'll call the headstock restoration, repair, completion. I don't know what we're going to call that, but the headstock stuff is going to be done here momentarily. As soon as I get, as soon as all this wax is dry, we'll buff it off. And sorry, I forgot to hit record. I was kind of pissed at the shellac for being uneven and not fun to sand out. So anyways, that's the state we're in at the moment. I am ready to put my truss rod cover on with some double stick tape, and then we'll finish this job up here with new strings and get things going, be able to play it again. Well, alright, I just noticed after buffing some of this wax off, I burnt through the shellac again, so we're a little annoyed right now, but I'm going to take some 1500. Yeah, why not? 1500 here. And I'm going to wet sand it right back to ebony, and I'm going to see if I can't get this ebony to polish, because I'm done farting around here. So, more of this. This is 12,000 grit, and it's going to be my final polishing, or my final abrading, I guess I should say. And we'll make it as shiny as it can be here, and then I will get some wax again. And we'll, so as that dries, it'll go a little dull, but it's not too bad. There's some reflectivity in it. We'll go get some wax after this has a chance to flash off, get all this mineral spirits off, and then I will put a little bit of wax on it. So we'll be right back. Alright, a little bit of ye olde throw it on the floor paste wax. Didn't mean to throw it on the floor, but that. Just wipe on a good amount, put it on fairly generously. Okay. Let that chooch a bit, and then I'll bring it back and buff it. And we'll call that a finished headstock. Ah, it's a pinch. Alright, this has had enough time. It's a little dull now, but watch this shine. I feel like the ShamWow guy without the assault. Still not quite fully cured, looks like. We got a little more to go. We'll let it chooch again. I've rubbed off a lot of the excess just now. It's going to cloud up here in a minute, and then we'll get another run at it, and then it will shine. Alright, there we go. It's all nice and wax cured and buffed, and I think I'm going to put some fretboard oil on this here fretboard, seeing as I hadn't done so before. Just put a little of that on here. Just a couple of drops, not much to it. It's being stubborn. There we go. Makes ebony look really nice. Okay, just a nice little tune-up, that's all this is. Tune-up! Get it? Tune-up! It's a guitar! You tune guitar. Never mind. Never mind. Bad jokes. Should be used to those for me, though, I would say, by now. Unless you're new, then, well, that's how it goes. Alright. Just cleaning off the excess of the fretboard oil here. Okay, we are ready now to see how well the nut shaping went. As soon as I remember where I set the nut. And see how well everything else has gone. Yeah, that'll do. Yeah, that'll work out. Okay. So we're ready for that. We're going to make a tiny little spot here. Very tiny little spot. I'm going to use very little mineral spirits on this. And just eke out the wax from behind where the pickguard cover is going to go, because I want that to stick better. Okay, I'll call that good. Oh, hang on to it. Well, so we're learning that you can't do that. Seems like it's okay. No pain, no injuries, no casualties. Damn it. Gotta watch that. Gotta be more careful. Okay, come back here with that. And then let it flash a bit, and then while I'm waiting for that to flash off, I will push the put the ferrules back in here and get ready to start reassembling the headstock a bit here. Now, that part's done. And that has had enough time to chooch. This has had enough time to chooch, so we're going to take the headstock plate. Let's get the nut in place here. And then we'll just pop this little guy right on it. This may not be the best method, but it's the method we're going with. Okay, just press it in there and hold on for a bit. And that'll work. Okay, we are now ready for the stringing. Pull you back a little bit and get a better shot of that. Alright, that's pretty much the whole guitar. Try to get that to center a little better. It's a little mushy, but it's okay. Alright, we are now ready for Z strings. Good old D'Addario. D'Addario. Ow, stabbing me. And these are 9 to 46, I think it is. I forget now. I think they're 9 to 46. It's got a wound G. Maybe it's got a wound G. Maybe these aren't even the right strings for this job. These might be the wrong strings for this. I may not have a good enough set. These are 9 to 42s, you know? Well, these might be the wrong strings. I'm going to put them on and we'll see how I like them. And we'll see. I think I'm going to want that wound G, but... Alright, strings are on and now we can tune it. Okay. Ooh, yeah, just be gentle on it. That lacquer did not go well. That lacquer is really brittle. I may have to refinish this thing someday. Anyways, guitar done. Set up, and it plays. And it actually plays well enough with the G even, without a wound G.